I'm here with Ryan Broshear. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Ryan Broshear.
Yay, first time. This is the first time I've met you, and what an honor. You've got a lot going for you. Third time at CRS, and you just have a new single out off of your EP. Talk about it a little bit. Tell me about, the writing process and, what makes you tick.
Well, this was a great opportunity. We released the EP this summer, and we did it through crowdfunding.
Okay.
My fans put it together. They're awesome.
That is awesome.
And they raised over $21,000 to make this come true.
That's great. That's a good fan base.
My producer went to high school with me. His name is Daniel Agee, and he produced my first album and produced this one.
Okay.
This time around, we actually got the chance to write together, and this debut single, Spin Me, is a song that I wrote with him, and we kind of got the chance to do a little writing session before we went in, and he had kind of started this, and I wanted to write a song about early relationships, how that feeling is when you first start falling in love with somebody. And I didn't have anything written yet, but he had this song kind of started, played it for me. I sang along to a lyric sheet, and I was like, this song's awesome. So I was able to finish it. We knocked it out of the park, and we got to put it on this album, and it's an exciting process. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with it.
That's awesome. That's fun. And I know you're an independent artist. You have your own label. So you have to think outside the box. You don't have somebody thinking for you on that. So what do you come up with? What inspires you to, try something new? And have you had any failures? Or, talk a little bit about some of that.
Well, as an independent artist, you kind of get to decide what you're going to record and what you're going to not record. And that's tough because songs, I write most every one of my songs, and they all become like babies to you.
Absolutely.
And you raise them from nothing, and you write them, and you perform them, and you polish them, and you present them, and you go, what am I going to leave off this album? What am I going to put on it?
Right.
And so, you're always a little scared, a little vulnerable in that process, but you also get to be who you are and decide who you are, and no one's telling me how to do that. But it's been a wonderful trip so far. We got Billboard magazine in 2014 listed me as one of the top 10 artists to watch.
I remember seeing that.
And that was an incredible honor. And so trying to hold up to that is tough.
Right. Once you're there, then you got to keep going up.
Exactly.
You don't want to let them down, so.
My fans drive me. We have an incredible fan base, as you can tell from someone who can raise over $21,000 through their contributions.
Absolutely.
But, as far as failures, I don't really call anything a failure. Everything's a learning experience. But there's things that work better than others, and we're still finding out what that is.
So I assume, since you've got such a great fan base, you started out locally or in your own state doing fairs and doing stuff like that. What's the biggest arena that you've played in now?
Well, I've had some awesome opportunities to perform for some wonderful live events. I headlined a festival. I did play a lot around my hometown, and my fan base there was the origination of everything and taught me how to do it. And I went and did a festival headline there for, I think there was over 15,000 people in Lebanon, Ohio, and that was incredible. Probably the biggest show I've done and the biggest response I've gotten, I did a show with Joe Nichols up in Michigan, in Petoskey, Michigan, and they play my music a lot on radio up there. They're awesome. They've been behind me since they first heard my first single. And we had a 3-hour-long autograph signing line after the show.
Wow, there you go.
And the promoter was
very happy.
Mind was blown, and my mind was blown, and it was just awesome to see, and stuff like that really lets you know you're doing something right.
You go to bed that night feeling good. Well, you're a very well-spoken and well-thought-out person to talk to, so I can tell that your wheels are constantly spinning. You're thinking what the next step's going to be, and I have a feeling we'll see you on those radio charts just keep going up. So.
Well, I sure hope so. And thank you very much for having me and
You're
being
very
part
welcome.
of this.
You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by today. We look forward to seeing you again and the music and everything else.
My pleasure. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.